Hi. I always want to do this on my way out. Uh, I'm almost leaving. I'll leave in 10 minutes or so when I'm done with this. Uh, we're going to be talking about 10 signs of high blood pressure today. And you guys know the borderline of blood pressure is 120 over 180. 120 over 80, I'm sorry. And the top one is systolic, the bottom one is diastolic. And also the bottom the the top one is the time our pressure are on our vessels, and the bottom one is when we relax. So let's say the top one press, help us to shoot the blood around, and the bottom one is when we're at ease or at relax. I want to be as simple as I can be. So but if you're getting 130 over 139 on top, the top one systolic, you're hypertensive, primary hypertension. And if you're getting let's say 80 over 89 and constantly, you are hypertensive. So you need to go check that out. Then when you really have a hypertensive crisis is when you're getting 140 over 90. Let me share this. Let me share this to Facebook for now. Then I'll share it. So when you come in, you can just help share. Number one of the sign we have to watch out for high blood pressure, number one, is headache, pounding headache, even pounding in the ears. That's because of um, the pressure that is going to your head, because the blood pressure, I don't even, it's just like a faucet. If your vessels was like this and the blood was supposed to go like this, and now it's like this, because the blood has been pushing through. So when something comes with force, it's different with when something gets regulated. So if you have that headache, you have constant headache, even it will be pounding in your ears. Just know that you need to go check that out. Don't ignore it. It's not everything we have to ignore. And number 10 might be the one you want to really take care of really bad. So number two is blurred vision. Why that is, or change in vision, either blurred vision, or all of a sudden your eyes, even when you wipe it off and see if you can see, it's just so different. You can't see really clearly as you usually see. And that means because of the blood pressure running into the vessels in the eye, and it could cause some damages or some eye changes on you, some damages in your eyes. And you need to go see that. If you're constantly having blurry vision, or you're constantly having problem with your eyes, and you can see very well before, now all of a sudden you're having blurry vision, you can't see very well, don't ignore that. I can see, okay, maybe 1 day, 2 days. No, even 1 day, if you can't see right when you usually will see right, make sure you check that out. Very important. Number three, fatigue. Fatigue is excessive tiredness. When I say fatigue, it just is the same thing as tiredness. So when you're very tired, no matter what, when you sleep, you're still very tired and you're confused. That is a sign of blood pressure. Don't overlook that. Make sure you go check all these things that I'm saying, and that you do or you don't. If you go check it out, it's not blood pressure, bravo, it's not blood pressure. But you want to catch it on time so we can treat it. So confusion and tiredness is never okay. So number four is chest pain. Chest pain. Why that is? Because blood pressure lead to heart failure and heart attack. So you don't want to play with chest pain. Anything chest pain, you have to go check it out. You have to go to your doctors. You need to have them do all these tests on you, have them do echo on you, have them do chest x-ray, MRI, all these things that will show your chest area to make sure that there's nothing wrong or you're not getting a heart attack. So but why you're having chest pain is because of, blood pressure lead to heart failure and a heart attack. So you need to check the chest pain out. Then number 5 is weakness. Weakness. When you start having weakness all over your hand and your leg, weakness, high blood pressure, sometimes when we don't recognize it, they might lead to TIA, small stroke that you won't even realize that you just got a small stroke. It will just be very small, unnoticed. But the weakness is the one that will give you the sign that your blood pressure is high, or you just had a little stroke. But when you keep being weak in your hand and in your leg or in your body, make sure you go check that out with your doctor. Then number 6 is nausea and vomiting. Nausea and vomiting. When you vomit and you're nauseated all the time and you're vomiting all the time, you know why that is? Because you're having all this pressure, intracranial pressure, that pressure in your brain, pressure in your brain. And when something goes against the wall and it's so much against it, what does it do? It busts. So when you are vomiting and you're nauseated and you're vomiting also, is because of the pressure that you're getting in the brain. That's what is causing that vomit. So number seven is shortness of breath. Shortness of breath. Shortness of breath is never okay anyway. You have to go check that out. When you have shortness of breath, please share this video as you come in. Share the video as you come in. Share it into groups. Share it in other platforms so people will know what to look out for. And shortness of breath is never okay. When you have shortness of breath, make sure you go check your shortness of breath and you go to the doctors, because that shortness of breath, either you're having a heart attack or there's fluid in your lungs. When there's fluid in your lungs, definitely you're gonna wheeze and you're gonna have shortness of breath, because the lungs is not clear, so the airways is blocked now. So you're having shortness of breath. You're having difficulties having to breathe. You're struggling to breathe. That is shortness of breath. Number 8, back pain. When you have constant back pain, you don't know what that is, and you say, oh, it's just back pain. But it's good we go check things out, especially when we're not sure. It's very, very important that we have to check things out, because the back pain can cause your high blood pressure can cause your back pain. I wanted to say it reverse that. Then number 9 is nosebleed. Nosebleed, that but real, but very rare that you will have a nosebleed. But if you do, check that out, because some of your vessels in your nose might be damaged and broken, and because of the pressure in the intracranial area, that's the pressure in your brain and all the area. What affects the mouth affects the brain. What affects the mouth affects the ears and affects the nose. So that's why we have all the ENTs doctor, ears, nose, and mouth. So whatever affects the mouth affect the nose and affect the ears. So whatever affect this whole side, this whole big head, it affects everywhere. So because of the pressure in the brain, you're gonna have back pain leading to your back, and also you're gonna have bleeding from the nose. That's your vessels being broken in the nostril area. Then number 10, you guys know what number 10 is? It's no sign. That's the most important one. It's no sign. That's why we call it the silent killer. The blood pressure is a silent killer. There's no sign at all. So that means you say, oh, I'm fine. I'm not even in pain. I'm not, nothing is paining. My chest is not hurting. My hand, my leg is not hurting. So that's why we call it, that's the most important. Number 10 is the most important, because there's no sign. When something have no sign, that's when they're the most dangerous and most deadly. You would rather have some sign, you say, okay, it's time to go see the doctor. But when you don't have sign, how do you go about it? So that's why it's very, very important. Don't say, because if you know that you have blood pressure in your family, you have a history of blood pressure, make sure you check it out. make sure once in a while, just pay money. If you're in Nigeria, you guys know this video is mostly for people back home, but I know other people are watching too. But you know, if you have a careless 500 naira and you see a clinic that does blood pressure for 500, I'll be whatever how much it is, go there. Make sure you go check the blood pressure. Don't go ahead and go eat more carbohydrate and more oil and more salt that will give you the blood pressure. You say, oh, I have this 500, or I have 1,000. Keep 500 to eat and use that 500 to run into the next clinic so you can check your blood pressure, because it's a silent killer. It's deadly. If you don't treat it, if you don't catch it on time, it's deadly. Because it's stroke, because it's heart attack, it could kill you without you even knowing. It could even kill when you on during sleep. You never know, because you don't know how high it is. There are some that are so high that you say, how is this person still alive? So we must take care of ourselves, and we must take care of our blood pressure. You guys know the next one that I'm going to do tomorrow or so is going to be the food that can bring our blood pressure down, or the food that can control our blood pressure, or also the following day I'll be doing the food that causes blood pressure. So that's how we have to be going on sequence. We talk about the disease, the signs and symptoms, the food that causes it to get worse, and the food that will make it better, just like I did for diabetics. So you guys go ahead, if you haven't liked my page here on YouTube, go ahead, go subscribe and go like it, and go share to other platforms, share to Facebook, share to people so they can, not that I'm saying I know it all, but I'm saying, this is what is going on. We gotta take care of one another. So share this out. Don't listen to it all by yourself. Share it out, and put a like to this video, and give me some comments so I know what more topic you guys want me to come up with. I really like to hear from everybody so I can know what topic that you guys want me to discuss. I'll be happy to discuss it. Thank you all so much. You all have a good day, everybody. Bye bye.